I hate monkeys, but you know what I hate more? The fact that our show got canceled. You, Cartoon Network.
Hello, big kids. It's time for your
Big review.
What up, big kids? Here's my big review of the Young Justice Invasion series finale and series overall. Why, Cartoon Network? Why must you cancel another one of my favorite shows? You did it to He-Man, 2000X series. You did it to Transformers anime. You did it to like Thundercats. Now Young Justice and Green Lantern. If you haven't seen my review of the Green Lantern, the anime series finale, and series, click on the annotation or check out the video before this. But yeah, spoilers will follow as I'm going to talk about the series finale and series as a whole. Young Justice, at least this show got a freaking 2 seasons, and I've been watching the show since the beginning. Freaking love this show. To me, it's one of my favorite DC anime shows of all time, up there with Batman the Anime Series and Justice League Unlimited. Yes, that's how good it is. I love the animation. It really reminded me a mixture of those new DC anime movies like Batman Under the Red Hood, or Superman, Batman Apocalypse, or or Crisis on Two Earths or whatever. So I really love the animation, and same people that made the show made like Gargoyles and Spectacular Spider-Man. You can definitely tell. And the voice cast was so good. Nolan North as Superboy, who I love, and he was also Superman, who, Nathan Drake and Deadpool, and he's been like so many characters, Cyclops and Wolverine and X-Men, and love Nolan North. And I'm gonna meet him in second, mate. But and we had so many great voice actors. Jesse McCarthy as Robin / Nightwing. We had Carrie Payton, who was Cyborg on Teen Titans and is in the upcoming Teen Titans Go as Aqualad. Stephanie Lemelin, sorry if I said her name wrong, as Artemis. I loved her. And Jason Spisak, who's also Razor in Green Lantern. He is Wally West, which he was my favorite character, Wally. I'll get to him in a second. But and Bruce Greenwood, who was Batman in Under the Red Hood, was awesome as Batman. Great voice cast. I mean, wow. The voice acting was top notch. The action was top notch. This show definitely was more towards an older demographic. Definitely not like how like there's so many of these cartoon shows that are trying to really get the kid market. This was trying to get kid and old, like adults like myself and older kids. Definitely, some people said it took itself too serious at times, which yes, it definitely did, but that's what we loved about it. It was seriously awesome. It definitely it could have had a little more humor. That's why I love Wally, and Nightwing, Robin was funny, and Kid Flash, any of the Kid Flashes are like Impulse was hilarious, and Blue Beetle. But yeah, I'll talk about the series finale, then I'll talk about the series itself. So after the whole end game, this is the name of the episode. Finally got the resolution what we were all going for, the whole like light and reach trying to take over the world, blah blah blah, and the light or the reach letting out the things that that we're gonna destroy the Earth, with Black Beetle and stuff, who was taken out by Blue Beetle, and it was really wow, man. And Green Beetle, poor guy, he finally was he was like not in control of his body for so long, and then finally he's in control of the Scarab and it gets destroyed. Poor Green Beetle. But they have to stop all these things that are gonna make the world explode, and all the Justice League and the team, as they're called. They never got a name. They're just the team. Have to stop. These pretty much like whirlwind explosion things that are gonna stop, and then basically they stop them all except one, and Flash and Kid Flash or Impulse have to stop it by running around in circle. But unfortunately, and by the way, earlier before this even happens, Lex Luthor has to help him. And we know Lex Luthor, he'll help his enemies for the greater good, I guess, or for his own agenda. Because obviously, if the world's destroyed, that's not probable for him. Anyway, so it was cool that Lex Luthor, helped out. He really did. So anyway, they stop all these explosions all over the world, and it was great seeing team ups like Lagoon Boy and Aqualad, and like all these team ups throughout the world. And oh, by the way, before I even get to the final moment, great to see finally the original Justice League members, the ones that were on trial, finally like freaking Miss Martian and Superboy finally stopped the trial. And like with the evidence that the Light and the Reach were in cahoots, and they started this whole thing. And geez, because like I swear, like that trial was going on forever, and it's like took away all the big dogs like Superman, Batman, and Green Lantern, John Stewart, Wonder Woman, Hawkgirl, all that stuff. Wasn't it weird that it seemed like Bruce Timm's Justice League team were on trial? Like John Stewart and Hawkgirl especially, that like of all the characters from the Justice League, they chose those two with Superman, Batman, Wonder, except Flash. He was on there, and I'll get to that now. So Flash and Impulse, Barry Allen Flash, by the way, they have to run around in circles to stop the thing from because the detonator device wouldn't stop, so they have to like just get it to stop. And by the way, but it wasn't enough for them. So Wally goes without like saying to anyone. He goes to travel with them to run to help add in the speed to stop it. But unfortunately, since Wally's not as fast as Barry or Bart, he gets. He knows that he's gonna get killed. And by the way, it's a very Crisis on Infinite Earths. Infinite Crisis, whatever storyline, where Barry Allen got killed by the Speed Force and stuff to save the world. It's funny how they did that with Wally West, which was a good nod to the comics. But what the hell, DC? Like, you hate Wally West now. He's not in the New 52, and like he gets killed first earlier in the season, which I didn't like about this. I'll get into the series overview, where Wally's not Kid Flash anymore. He's retired, and then now you kill him off. Jesus Christ! And it was when he died, and Artemis started crying. I started crying, like seeing her cry with Wally's parents or Jay Garrett, and yeah, that was hard to see. I don't know why they just want to do something shocking for a finale, which became a series finale, and and they just want to kill him off, but that sucks. And then afterwards, Wonder Girl and Tim Drake Robin get together, and then it looks like Superboy and like Miss Martian are getting back together, which I always liked them together. Hello, Megan. I kind of miss that she says that. Isn't me like she said it a lot in the first season, and then she doesn't say it anymore. I kind of miss it. Anyway, then Bart Allen became Kid Flash, and Artemis, not Artemis anymore, she's Tigress, which is cool. And because Nightwing, obviously Dick Grayson is best friends with Wally West, like he was in the comic book. He needs some time off and stuff, which I don't blame him. I don't blame a lot of these heroes, especially. I'm surprised Artemis doesn't have any time off, but I guess her way going through it's just like she wants to fight bad guys. But yeah, and then the last part at the end, which Godfrey wants Lex Luthor to be the new United Nations ambassador or whatever, and then turns out he goes to, at the end it turns out Vandal Savage goes to Apocalypse, and then where's he with, and you see the Sod there. Once I saw it, it's like, oh, Darkseid, and yep, Darkseid. That would have been awesome. Great cliffhanger we'll never see. But maybe they'll get some money. We can do some Kickstarter and get a Justice movie that would like to sum up a shorter version of what a season 3 could have been, but never get to see it. And that's what sucks. Young Justice had so many potential. As much as that whole the Light Reed storyline was dragged on a little bit too long, especially in that whole 5-year jump, was kind of like, really, was that kind of necessary? I don't know. I think it was a way to just show, okay, we want to see this relationship build up, and it would have been nicer. And I know that Young Justice video game is going to explain what happened in those 5 years, but they could have showed more flashbacks, or could have showed any flashbacks to what happened in between those 5 years, like the death of what was it, gosh, well, I mean, like Jason Todd, obviously, and like so many other characters, Ted Kord, and yeah, like when like Aqualad left the team, you know, for his undercover thing, and then when Artemis and Wally left the team to retire, all that stuff they could have shown, or when Dick Grayson became Nightwing and all that stuff. Anyway, I really love the show. There were so many potential storylines. It really was just all the twists and turns in the show, just like, what? There's been so many times in Young Justice where, probably more than any show, where it's like, what? No way, what? And like 3 times in the same episode where they fake you out thinking, like even the last episode where you think that Miss Marsh or Artemis and Aqualad died, but they didn't, and so many things. And yeah, and like I know the toy line, which besides the 6-inch figures were crap, but and I know like because the toy line got canceled, that means the show was gonna get canceled. All this crazy. Green Lantern didn't even get a toy line, so I knew that was a bad sign. But the Young Justice was such a good show, and like I said, it was like the 2000X He-Man Thundercats ended before its time, and at least it got 2 good seasons. Like I said, there was some frustrating moments, and they sometimes focus on characters that, why aren't they focusing more on like the original team instead of all these other sideline characters and other characters? I wish they concentrated more, like Tim Drake and, you know, like Wonder Girl and all those people. I wish that they did, but you know, like I say, it's hard to joke around a lot of characters, and I said I'm gonna really miss the show a lot, and yeah, I'm sad to see it go. But what do you kids think? Did you like the Young Justice series finale? Are you upset about the whole Apocalypse storyline that we'll never see? Are you sad to see it go, or not? Let me know in the comments below. And for me and Corn TV and Comic and everyone else, other BKBN.net crews, thoughts on the Young Justice series finale, or check out it on BKBN.net, as well as more geek news, reviews, and more. I'm Sean Long. Remember, celebrate your room in a big way.
Go to BKBN.net. Go to BKBN.net. Go to BKBN.net. I tell you to go. Go now.
Seriously, DC, why do you hate me so much? What did I ever do to you? Did I sleep with your girlfriend or something? Jesus Christ, not in the New 52 and just kill me off. I don't know, man. Maybe you'll be back in a flash. Oh God, you're such a dick.